So what is the symbolism which I understand? Diti, Aditi. Diti means two, Aditi means no two. So Diti represents duality. There are two. Aditi, non-duality. There's only one. And it suddenly struck me that probably all these mythological stories are symbolisms, wherein you are saying that when you are sons or progeny of Aditi, meaning non-duality, which means everyone who follows non-duality or Advaita, the word comes only from Aditi, Advaita. Dva or is two. So Aditi is no two. So whoever is following the path of non-duality, meaning they do not have any ego, because for them God is them, God is in everyone, so there are no two things. So symbolically, progeny of Aditi means people who follow the philosophy of non-duality do not have an ego, because ego comes into picture only when there is duality. The minute ego comes in, it is you versus the world, it is you versus someone else. All this is duality. Non-duality is when everything is one, then what is your identity? There is no ego. And obviously, when you follow Advaita, you become a god, because you are God, because you do not see yourself separate from God. You do not see anyone separate from God. So, obviously, children of Aditi are gods, because they are God in reality, because they do not have an ego. Whereas children of Diti, followers of duality, have an ego. The minute duality comes in, there are two things. I and God are separate. Two gods are separate. I and my neighbor are separate. Everything is separate now. Correct? So the minute you follow duality, your ego comes in, and obviously it makes you an Asura. Asura doesn't mean it's a bad man or a bad person, because I was saying that all Asuras, whether it is Tarakasura, Ravana Asura, any demon which God had to actually fight, any form of God had to actually fight, were tremendously powerful. So there's no doubt that even duality makes you very powerful. Even nurturing the ego makes you very powerful. Is it not? Nurturing the ego as a body, nurturing the ego as a mind. Nurturing the ego as a mind will make you very intelligent. Nurturing the ego as a body will make you very strong. And all the worldly materialistic achievements by great men were done using ego only. Big business empires have been constructed out of ego. Great scientific inventions have come out of ego. Everything has come out of ego. Education systems, legal systems, judicial systems, medical systems, healthcare systems, transportation systems, logistics, automobiles, technology, software. This is all a part of, or the manifestation of the power of the ego. Because we do not understand or realize non-duality, we treat ourselves separate from the universe. We treat ourselves separate from every other person, every other form of life. We have an own identity. It's not good or bad. It also makes you powerful, and all these Asuras or Rakshasas, demons, were also very powerful, that God had to himself come and fight and kill them. Like Ravana was killed by Rama. Rama was the avatar of Lord Vishnu. Like, you are so powerful, your ego is so powerful that no one is able to destroy you, and God has to come. And this leads me to another analysis also. So one, all of us in that sense are Asuras. Whoever has ego. Are we bad? It's not about bad. It's just that you are disconnected. You are disconnected from the real truth, because you are not on the path of Advaita. And Advaita followers are Aditi's progeny, and they are considered gods or demigods because they are connected. Of course, you don't even have to be born as Aditi's son if you are the ultimate truth. Somewhere you slightly have deviated from the ultimate truth, but you're still connected. Advaita, non-duality. That's why you still have godly characteristics. And Asuras have demonly characteristics because there's a lot of ego, because you're following Dvaita, Diti's sons, duality, and now you do everything to please your ego because you're not able to understand that your ego, everyone else's ego is all the supreme ego. All Jivatmas are Paramatma. That you are unable to understand. And also, if you look at it strangely enough, in all mythological stories, to kill an Asura, who is basically this ego monster, God has to come. And who is God? They are all that side, the sons of Aditi. Right? Which means, even though duality is also very powerful, you are far away, removed from the ultimate truth. And if you see Ravanasura or Kamsa or Hiranyakashyapa, any of these great Asuras who were extremely powerful, but who were completely disconnected from the real truth, ultimate truth, but they were very powerful, no human could harm them. And now, who is coming to kill you? Someone who follows Advaita is coming and killing you. So what symbolically it says is, there are both philosophies, duality and non-duality. Being in non-duality, you are closer to the truth and you are godly. Being in duality, you are far away from the truth. It's not about good or bad, but you can become very powerful, but you are still far away, removed from the truth. And eventually, in every war between gods and demons, even if temporarily, in a small number of cases, the demons or the Asuras may win the war, eventually an avatar of Rama, Krishna or some form of god, Rudra, will come and destroy you. Which means eventually Advaita, which is the ultimate truth, in front of it nothing can stand. Dvaita, duality, can pamper your ego, can give you all material wealth and establishments and everything, but you will have to fail when you confront Advaita, which is the real truth. And so probably the whole mythology, Hinduism, is a symbolism into the truth that Dvaita cannot stand in front of Advaita. Maybe it can roar for a while, it can see that luxuries, it can see that success, it can see that ego boost for a while, but you're still far away, removed from the truth. And eventually sons of Aditi, which means followers of Advaita, will destroy you. You cannot stand. Yes, temporarily you might flicker, a flame might rise up, but you'll be destroyed when Advaita, the real truth, comes in. I felt this interpretation logical. It suddenly just came to me because this discussion came up. Let me know what you think about it. See you guys.